Hey cupcakes, how are you doing? Um, I'm making this video. This video is specifically for my younger viewers and my younger cupcakes, and it is about self-confidence. Okay. Um, I get so many emails, not just on here, but on my Yahoo Messenger and even my personal email, where people um, just basically feel like they don't have any self-confidence and they don't know what to do, and I get them, they say, how do you deal with somebody who's always talking about me? How do you deal with someone who just feels like, like something's wrong with me? Or, how do I deal with just trying to love me? Because right now I don't love myself. This is what I would tell you. Um, you're the only person that knows what makes you happy. Um, if you go to school with a peppermint patty on your head and you got a striped mint t-shirt that's pink and mint blue, and you got on a vest that's doodle brown on top of that with some pink pants and some loud purple shoes and some glasses, if that's what makes you happy, who am I to tell you that you shouldn't wear it? You know what I'm saying? Why would I even say something bad about you? And that's what makes you happy. But there's so many people that are in your schools or that's going to say things about you that you're not going to like, you know. And if you're letting what they say dictate you and determine who you are as a person, then you're going to always feel like something's wrong with you. You're going to always feel like you're you're like not normal. You know what I'm saying? You're going to always feel like, why am I not fitting in? And the reason why I know this is because I've actually I did that a lot in high school. I was the type of person that always wanted to fit into the in crowd. What is an in crowd? An in crowd is somebody who is always doing what the next person is telling them to do, just to fit into a specific group or you know, a specific brand or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to fit in? Why would you want to bring somebody down to fit into a group? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you just stick out and be your own self? I used to always think that there was something wrong with me. I used to have bumps on my face. I had rosacea. You know, I, you know, I had my body weight was going up and down. I was like, I feel ugly. I just didn't love me. You know, but when I got out of high school, I've learned that, these same people who you see going up, you see some of them coming down. You know what I'm saying? Or the same people that you feel like, oh, they're really pretty, they're really this and that, or whatever, whatever. You know, sometimes something happens. They don't look the same way as you do. I mean, because I even look at some of my videos now, I don't look the same way as I used to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna let my looks dictate and determine who I am. Now, I don't know if most of you, have really watched my videos, but if you've noticed, I don't dress up a lot. And I do that for a reason. And the reason is because I don't want you to be basing me and categorizing me in a box. You know what I'm saying? And just looking at my shoes or the way I got my hair and the way I got my shirt and this and that or whatever. No, I want you to see the real me. Strip naked, however you want to call it. Me being natural, whatever. And it's nothing wrong with looking nice and all this whatever. That's cool, that's fine or whatever. That's so good. But it gets when it gets to a point where it's cocky and when it gets to a point where you think, oh, I'm the shit and all this or whatever, and you can't say shit to me, I got this nice Louis Vuitton bag and all this or whatever, that's not cute. When you step out of being respectful, that's when I got a problem. That's when I really have a problem. So for me, it's like I'm confident within myself from to look like this on camera and off camera, period. Because I know who I am. I don't have to justify that to nobody. Because my clothes don't make me, sweetheart. I make me. I am my own entourage. I don't need damn bitch to be me. I don't need a copy. Okay? I'm my own self. And that's the thing. That's kind of like what I feel with people that are in high school or feeling self confidence, their confidence isn't as high. I feel like they're trying to do things to try to fit in and try to be normal, but nothing is normal in this world. Why would you want to do something that somebody else has already done? Why are you trying to fit in? You know what I'm saying? That's what I had to discover on my own. You know, it's okay to be different. It's okay to step outside of the box. It is so okay to be different. You know, I have a wide variety of friends. Wide variety of friends. And when I look at each and every last one of them, and I go to each and every last one, and I talk to each and every last one of them, they are not the same. They're not the same. They're different. That's what makes it so beautiful. Is because what I have to say is completely, totally different and opposite of what somebody else said. What I dress like and what I do and how I present myself is totally, completely different from the next person. So my question to you, this is what I want you to think about. If you are trying to fit into this crowd, why would you do something that would make you feel less of a person if it and try to fit into this crowd and you know that it's not going to make you feel right? Why would you do that? You know, like and don't get mad. Don't lose control. Don't be like, oh motherfucker, when you do stuff like that or whatever, you're letting people take control of you. They're like really taking the power over you, and you don't want that. You do not want that. Just stay in your own lane. Be your own entourage. Be your own trendsetter. Do something completely different that nobody else has done. One thing that I take pride in is when people tell me that what I say is affecting them in a positive way. When people tell me I'm real and I'm honest and I'm genuine and I'm loving, and even if somebody gives me a compliment, I thank them. But I'm not the type of person that goes off of my looks. I'm not the type of person that's gonna be all, oh, thank you, I'm high mighty guy. No, you know, having humbleness and knowing your own inner beauty and knowing who you are. That's good. I don't have to let people know, oh well, you know yeah, here I am, I'm confident, da, 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 I want you to know who I am, da, 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 da. I don't have to do that because when you're confident, it exudes from the inside out, not the outside in. That's why I said I don't dress up. I don't do that. you know I mean, confidence exudes from within you. It's it's like it's like saying beauty is skin deep, but ugly is bad to the bone. You know, it's like confidence is the same way. It is the same freaking way. Confidence is from within. It's from within, and when you exude that and show that, you don't have to tell Tom and Jane and Susan and Jessica, hello, how are you doing? You don't have to do that. Just be yourself. There's nothing wrong with standing out of the crowd. There's nothing wrong with being you. You know, be humble, be grateful. Don't put nobody down. You know what I'm saying? Don't don't go to this place where you're just insane and you're not thinking in your right mind because of what this other person said about you, all because they feel bad within themselves. Don't do that. Do not do that. You know, because one thing that I do know is, you know, when you when you do something like that, you're just not being you. You're being a photocopy image of what people think is normal, and that's not good. Only you are feeling bad about yourself, not them, because they're gonna continue doing what they're doing. you know, so I would just say, just be you. Don't try to be nobody else. Be yourself. And everything else will come. Everything else will make sense. It might not make sense right now. And I know you probably are like, why is this happening to me? But everything happens for a reason. It happens for a reason. And you might not know it right now, but as you get older, like they always say, that the older you get, the wiser you get. It's so true. You start finding out more things about yourself that you didn't know when you was younger. you know. So just be yourself. Don't let what nobody say get to you or tear you down. You're beautiful the way that you are. I wouldn't want you to be anything else but that. I want you to be different. I want you to stand out. I want you to be you. I love that. and I love you. Mwah. Smooches.